Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. Sam the electrician here, talking about Western independence and Alberta separation. Just a quick Monday update for everybody here. There's some big news out on Friday where Elections Canada has now recognized Wexit as a federally viable party. I believe they're allowed to issue tax receipts now for memberships, and their plan is to run 104 candidates in ridings across BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba for the next federal election, which is great. So get to know your candidate and get out there and talk about it and support your local independence guy. If you don't support the Wexit leadership, then there are other parties you can throw your weight behind. As I've said many times, they will have to unite eventually if they want to go anywhere with this. And it's way more important, I believe, to seize power through provincial politics first, or at the same time, whatever. I think more can be done with the province solidly voting one way as provincial power. But anyway, the future has not ruled that out either. So this is a good step, encouraging news. They knew it was going to happen. You know, we had all the boxes checked in November or October, whenever Wexit actually put the application in to Elections Canada. It was just a matter of time for them to process it. Processing is now finished, so the Wexit party also says they're going to be running in every by-election between now and the federal election as well. Some news from the Wexit rally on Saturday. Turnout wasn't that encouraging, like I predicted. Like I said way back in my video, whenever before Christmas when I made it, I said it's a gamble to have a protest rally, an outdoor protest rally, you know, on January 11th in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So they took the gamble. It was very cold. Not a lot of people turned up. It was actually even hard to find any news articles on it. There was that few people there. I saw one guy went up and did a video, one of the YouTubers did a YouTube video, showed maybe 100 people. That's probably optimistic. Probably less than 100 people from what I could see on his camera. But, you know, that's the way it goes. It's very cold, and not a lot of people, as I said, are going to get on the highways and drive up to Edmonton if they're not from Edmonton, and even in Edmonton. Getting out there and frigid cold weather and the wind and everything, it's got to be a pretty motivated person to do that. So, you know, as Wexit moves and grows, it'll hold more and more rallies, I hope, in spring and summer when people are more motivated to come out. And as I've always said, though, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's not like one rally was going to actually do anything. It's a movement. It's got to be a grassroots movement from the base. We've got to convince everyone to get on board and move forward towards freedom. The article I was reading today was saying that Peter Downing in an interview has said again that he will be taking the Wexit party into the federal election as the leader. I know that's going to create some mixed emotions out there. I know some people aren't a great fan of his leadership style or personality, and some people are. So I guess we'll just have to see how he does. If you don't support Wexit, there's other independence parties, the Alberta Independence Party, and there's the Freedom Conservative Party you can throw your weight behind. As I've said before, they're going to have to unite eventually to make anything happen. So, you know, support one or any or all of them. I throw my support behind all of them because any step towards independence and freedom is a good one, I think. This is why I actually support the UCP's moves. The UCP is kind of stealing the thunder from the independence people by trying to implement the firewall letter essentially in their fair deal panel. They sent me a survey before the weekend, and I filled it out and said that every single move that they want to make is important and we should do it. because, as I've said, the way I see it, it paves the road to independence and freedom. If we have all these things in place, then it's just a matter of declaring independence, writing a constitution, and letting the future move forward. So, as I say, any move's a good move, and we'll see where it all goes. It's 2020, new year, and I think politics in this country are going to get very interesting if enough people actually put their money where their mouth is and vote, for an independence party as opposed to some of the traditional parties. I think it's really going to shake up the status quo in politics in Alberta and the West and Saskatchewan and in Canada in general. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say for this Monday. Thanks for joining me, and stay warm out there. Take it easy.